What's going on, everybody, and welcome back. So in this one we're working on the Civic once again, my favorite thing to work on right now. It's kind of wet outside and nasty, so I pulled this thing in the garage and we're going to try to fix that oil leak that I was talking about last time. So I bought a new VTEC solenoid gasket with a new screen and stuff, and I also bought a new PCV. So we're going to throw the VTEC solenoid gasket in there, and maybe that screen's clogged too, which could be hurting the VTEC activation. May not have high oil pressure going into VTEC. I don't know if it's working or not. I don't have any codes or anything, but it can't hurt to change the screen. Who knows when it was changed. It's great to do all the maintenance stuff, like all the filters and just all that stuff. I also got a nice dry flow filter to put in there. It's like a generic K&N. It's green. It's pretty sweet. So hopefully, pick up all kinds of power with that. You know what I'm saying? But it's a little dirty, so it's ready. So we'll do that. Just a couple other odds and ends. I want to paint my hubcaps too, so got some projects going for this thing just to kind of spruce it up and fix some of the leaks, because you know how I am about stuff. I just want it perfect, so we'll see what we can do. I also got a little handle repair kit for the hood latch, because the hood latch is broken off. Somebody snapped it off like an animal, I'm sure, and you need to do the whole hood cable. But they make this little repair kit with some Allens that you tighten like set screws, so I'm going to see how that works when that comes in. But yeah, I'm going to get to work, pop the hood, and I'll show you guys what we're doing with the VTEC solenoid. So it doesn't look super hard. This is the guy we're going to have to take off. I think I may take these apart too, because I think there might be another gasket in there. I don't know if that's leaking too, but I do see some stuff up here, so it may be leaking up there. So I'm going to take everything apart once I get it off. Looks like there's just two connections. This one right here, which looks like you do it from the underside, and this other one here. Probably use something else as well to get this one off, but I'll get those two connectors off, and then there's just 310s, and then we'll look at it on the bench. So we got this nasty looking thing here. You can tell that that gasket is all flat. I don't know if you can see that. Basically, when you look at it like this, you can tell it's totally flattened. So, I think that's what's leaking. You can see when I took it off, it dumped a bunch of oil here, but there is like a little buildup here, and it's clean on the bottom, which means I think it's leaking. So we're gonna change this gasket out. I got a new one here, which has a new screen. So I didn't really see that much metal. You can see there's like a little bit of debris right here, but I think that's about it, which I guess is good. It means this motor's healthy. So I'm gonna pop that gasket out. Probably clean this off a little bit, and then I think these 10s up top, and there's this other gasket in here. I think we can change that one too, possibly another screen. There's one with and one without, so I don't know. I'll do whatever it has, and I'll take this thing apart too. Check it out. This O-ring is so hard. Wow. Yeah, it definitely needs to be replaced, guys. Crazy. Very hard. Definitely never been changed. It's like a rock. I have no doubt that this is what's leaking. I think this is gonna help a lot. I don't know how to. I don't want to mar the sealing surface to try to get it out here, but it's very stiff. You almost just gotta get in there. Wow. You could just tell. I mean, it's like not even flexible anymore. That's crazy compared to this new one, which is like, an O-ring. So anyway, that's how you know it's bad. So we got a little bit of oil in there. I'm gonna try to dump that out. All right, so now I'm gonna take off these top 3 bolts. We'll see if there's another gasket under there. Hopefully there is, and I'm not gonna wreck something. I don't know. I didn't do that much research, but they give you 2 gaskets, so might as well just yank it apart. What's the worst that could happen, right? We'll be fine. Let's see what's under here. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, cool. There's that other gasket that we were looking at, so I'm sure this one's all hard too. I think it was leaking from up here as well, probably. Either way, can't hurt. Looks like a non-screen version, so we won't put the screen in there, just because I'm sure that it's fine. I don't have any problems with anything. And so if it doesn't have a screen, then we're not going to add one either. Okay, so we got him out. A couple different ways we could do this. Let's see how good these guys stay in there by themselves. Looks like it stays in there pretty good. I think I could just put this back together as it sits. I'm just gonna wipe this crud out of here. Alrighty. I don't think that gasket's gonna come out. You know, if depends on the scenario. Sometimes when you have gaskets that are kind of floppy and they don't want to go in or stay in very well, I mean, you can use spray adhesive. Involves cleaning everything off, adhesive spraying it, and then it will stay on there really good. Nice twist there. Oops. Don't want too much on these little guys, just a little drop. I'm gonna get a little cleaner, spray off this section here, and we'll get this guy cleaned up and do the same thing with this, and we'll get her put back on the car. And I'll have to clean it off next time when I'm at work with some brake clean. We'll make sure that this leak's fixed, because I'm pretty sure this was a leaker. Okay, so the camera died, but you get the idea. I put it back on, cranked them all down by hand, and hopefully that fixes that. So another thing I bought is a new PCV valve that I wanted to put on. I already put the filter in. I'm not gonna take the cover off because it's a huge pain in the butt to get it in there because it's like really tight. I had to push down on it and lock it in, but it locked in. So I'll let you know. I'll report back on that. I was thinking about getting some kind of cold air intake for it so it sounds a little better. I don't know if I'm gonna do that yet. I'll think about it. I got this in the meantime, so I'll rock this stock box for a little while. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just trying to keep this thing stock. Gotta keep doing some stuff to it. I wanna change the transmission fluid. I'm gonna drain and fill on the manual trans. I have some Honda manual transmission fluid over there. I gotta get some more. But yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much it for now. I'm gonna do the PCV, so I'm gonna jack it up. And we'll see if I need the grommet or not. I ordered one. I think it got thrown out. It was so small. I forgot about it. It's gone. So I'm gonna try to get that going, and we'll see if we can not need the grommet. That's ideal. We'll see how that goes. So I got my new PCV. You can tell it's good because it rattles. Unfortunately, I will not be able to show you guys the old one because it's in many pieces. It broke when I was taking it out, as they often do. And it's in a bunch of different pieces. I have some of the pieces scattered under the car, and one of the pieces fell into the box. There's like a black intake box down there, and it's under the loom underneath the intake manifold, and it's kind of impossible to see from this angle, so you got to go underneath. And once you kind of break it and have it fall in that box, you have two options. You can kind of leave it in there, or you can take the box off and try to get it out, which is what I'm going to try to do now. I ordered a new grommet for it, so basically you got to take it off of this port up here, and then you pull it off the bottom. It's pretty much going to snap in half guaranteed, and you end up with a bunch of pieces attached to this hose once you get this hose off of here. And this is the end that was, I think, down. No, yeah, this is up top on the intake, and this was down low going into this PCV here. And this is what the back side of the valve is supposed to look like, and that's what broke off in the grommet, which I had a grommet here, and then we lost the grommet. It got thrown out, I think. So I ordered another one. It'll be here Monday, so I gotta wait for that. But I kind of already started this job, so I'm deciding if I actually want to disable the car, which I think I'm gonna do it. So, kind of hard to see, but this black box over here is what we're interested in. There's a grommet on the other side of there. Hard to see, I know. I've given up trying to get you guys a good view, so I'm gonna take this bracket off here to try to get this here bracket off of there, and hopefully gain access to pull that PCV box out of there. We'll see what we can do about that. So I got a couple of bolts to remove on top, and a couple of bolts to remove down here, and I should just use like a wrench or ratchet or something like that, and I'll get those out, probably 12s or 10s or something, and then I'll proceed to hopefully have more room up there. And people say you can leave it out. I don't know if the intake manifold is sufficiently supported. I think it probably is, so maybe we'll just leave that off. Alright guys, so I went under there and I went to loosen one of those the intake manifold bracket bolts, and I snapped one of them on the bottom going into the block, and I was like, I don't want to do this. So I just called it quits while I was still there, and still got one bolt left holding it on the bottom, and I'm going to keep it that way. I don't want to snap 2 or 4 or more bolts and then possibly have to extract them later. I don't even know, so I'm good. I fixed the VTEC solenoid leak, hopefully. I did change the PCV. I just stuffed it in there with the old grommet. I ordered a new one, but I'll just throw that probably in a drawer somewhere, and I'll end up working on that eventually. But for right now, I got the new PCV on there, so hopefully that'll help with potential fuel mileage and just overall reducing the crankcase pressure, which is good for all the seals and everything like that. So I got to spray this thing down, clean it off, and see where we're still leaking. Otherwise, I got a power steering line, and that's pretty much it. I feel a little bit of play in what I think is the outer tie rod on, I think this side here, the passenger side. But I got to just verify that with somebody and see where the play is on that. But yeah, just other than that, I think I got to do a timing belt soon. So I want to try to get parts for that coming, and I'll do that shortly. But yeah, this thing's coming along well. I like the process though. I love the process of, you know, making something nice again. It takes time, but it's worth the effort. So just hang around, and probably do one more thing on this video. I'm not sure what it's going to be, but yeah, kind of just hack that back together just because I don't need to break a bunch of stuff right now. It's like, you know, no, it's not worth it. Not worth it. Sometimes you got to quit while you're ahead. Alright guys, so as long as there's no major leaks underneath, I think we're good. I don't see anything pouring out. I'll keep driving it, and I'll update you guys and let you know if we fix the leak. And I think that might be it for this video. Just gonna let her warm up a little bit more. She's doing good though. She's a ripper. Good mileage. A little bit less than I'm letting it run now. You know, probably like 29 or something like that. Almost 30. just still really good. These tires are very nice. Enjoying them. But yeah, guys, just all around great daily. Great car. Never had a Civic before, but I like it just like I like my Accord. Hondas are just built great from the 90s. So yeah, I think that's it for this video. I'm gonna get to work on the bus here. I'll work on my auction and selling cart. So yeah, I'm gonna move this thing over there and get to work. I'll show you guys that in another video though.